Happy days, welcome. It is time for some FACEIT League. We've got an NA expert doubleheader for you tonight. 3-0 squad versus a 2-1 squad in both instances. In both instances, I think there's room for upsets. Here, let's just start with taking a look at the standings. We are on the tail end of week 2, so by default, team should have 4 matches in, so you can see that's where the majority of the division is at. I mean, most of the threes we're seeing here, or at least a few of the threes we're seeing here, we're going to see tonight. You got Archelon taking on Normal here, and then directly beneath them, Crimson's we'll see taking on Project Villain a little bit later on. Again, assuming time permitting. Let's talk about our two teams. Let's talk about this first match. Archelon taking on Normal. I'm going to start with Extinction Archelon. Extinction Archelon is the team I have at number 2 in my overall power rankings. Here, we can just go and pull that up. You're going to have Pantera leading the way. Care, an absolute monster of a hit scan. Pip is a player I didn't know as much about, but I keep hearing that Pip is an absolute beast. Solos in, we saw playing with Amplify and OWCS. This is looking like a star-studded roster. With a really proficient backline, dangerous DPS, and I think actually at the top of a lot of people's power rankings. I think a lot of people are expecting Archelon to be one of the teams to beat here. Wins over Hikari, Velocity, and Helios here so far. The win over Hikari, absolute banger. We've had that one on stream. That was the very first match we had on stream for NA. All 3 of these teams actually in my top 16 power rankings. Archelon, which is an ancient tortoise-like creature, by the way, like prehistoric, crustacean era, like tortoise, dinosaur era. I learned that last time we had them on. And then Normal. I haven't really talked much about Normal just yet. Let's get into them here. Talking about Normal. Normal, your champions coming out of Advanced Division from Season 5. Season 5 was their first season in the league. They have a 12-4 record during regular season. I had this team on. We got this grand finals on against Mouse 5, and it was as dominant as it gets. It was a 4-0 shellacking. Okay, Normal, you've got some hands. You've got some hands, and I'm excited to see what you could do for us here in Season 6. Now, they come out with a good win over Cafe. I think this is a strong win. This is a team that's just gotten better and better every season, a mainstay. And I consider this a big dub here over Cafe. Now, they lose to Aurora Noctis. Normal actually took a map off of Aurora Noctis, which I think actually speaks volumes. So I think both those things are very indicative here as we are getting into our picks and bans. Normal got first ban there on the Ramatra. I believe that means Archelon got the Oasis pick. Tracer was the Archelon ban. All right, sweet. All right, let's get into Busan, or excuse me, Oasis here to kick things off. Oh, Care, just doing them dirty right out of the gate. Zinifan just gets smashed immediately. That was incredible. 10's not going to get out. That is the swiftest first fight. 20 seconds into this map. And we were 1 kill away from getting a gong of death. Brad, the only one able to get out in one piece. My goodness. Archelon had to send somebody back for the cap. Keeping the rest of the squad up there to hold the hallway. They do fall back to the point. Try to shadow step up to the high ground. Right at about 50 health. Didn't want to alert the Arisa, but it was too late. Care there from the stair side. Now gonna swing right. See if they can pick up some of these exits. Solos in. We'll find a kill on to 10. And another flawless team fight. What an opening here out of Archelon. Can't wait for one of them to pull out Wu Yang. Zaf so far has not been able to match the distance. Hasn't been able to really get close. So far, hiding on the Mega. Ooh, couple of good shots in the Pip. Pip is low. Deflect up. He's in vain, just swinging around. Hoping they can get that kill. Nether Dragon actually picks it up. Kitsune Rush Terra Surge. Thrown in response, though. And it's a 3-to-1 trade favoring Archelon. I mean, okay, so it's a normal get their first kill on the board, but it is a true gong of death the other direction. I'm very curious for coming in this, we talked about Normal's able to take a map off of Aurora Noctis. Can they take a map off of Archelon here? I think that's gotta be your goal. Archelon heavy favorites is we're gonna get Sound Barrier traded out. We got both support ults thrown in here from Normal, as a matter of fact. Zap is gonna invest in Dead Eyes. Gonna find Crumb with that. Blade up from Pip. Hits the Brad. Oh, Zap shuts it down. Not having any here, Sass. Get out of here with that, Pip. Normal able to win a fight, get some control of the point, find their rhythm here in this opening round. Zinnian going back for the taxi because it was not a clean fight. Had to go get the Brad back into the fight. I believe Extinction is actually putting on a tournament this weekend for... Ooh, great Suzu. That would have been an enormous bolo shot. But a Wu Yang tournament, a community Wu Yang tournament, is being put on by the Extinction organization this weekend. That should be a lot of fun. We didn't get a flip here. Kitsune Rush invested out of Archelon. Photon Barrier ult, but Nether Dragon already felled. Suzu to protect against the dash through. Really no ultimates, but I don't think that Archelon are going to need them. They had 3 players from Normal cornered up. They clean it up. We'll take this opening round on University. I was kind of starting to say, I think our Normal just aiming to take a map here is a really good goal for this squad. I mean, they were able to take one off of Noctis. That particular map, let's see, what was that? That was a... It was Control. So but it was Busan. They were not on Oasis, they were on Busan, but they did take Control. Obviously, very swift opening round here. Set card reflecting a dominant performance there from Archelon. And if Archelon, gets the clean 3-0 here, doesn't falter, should I have them above Noctis in our power ranking? Does that make them a more consistent team? Perhaps they should be in that #1 slot. Which, coincidentally enough, the tank player Monoa of Aurora Noctis had this team in the #1 slot in their own power rankings. Early trades here is Solo's in one of the most dangerous flex supports in the entire division. Found a great opening pick. Crumb getting in on it as well. First cap will go to Archelon once again. Brad playing on the Soldier of 76 here. Showed us a little bit of Symmetra there in that opening round. Kara has been, such a dominant force. I feel he's got to be leading the DPS and damage here thus far. They're now keeping eyes on the cast with Pip dashing in, able to find the Brad. Good dash through, has Zinfan low. Trying to get away as you see the take aim bolts from Kara just flying past Zindy's head. Pip still in pursuit. A 1 zap will not escape. Archelon able to corral Normal all the way here to this coastal side. Good team fight win for him here and get about 50% on the board while they're doing it. I see you, Brad, trying to pull out a Bastion. Oh, wheels are already down. That means Tin doesn't want to use this Kitsune Rush just yet. Bit of an opportunity. Tin eventually going to go ahead and try to throw it in, but it's a little too late. Pip comes up with that one. Pantera finds 3. And Archelon, one team fight away from a 100-0 and a 1-0 lead in this map, in this series, rather. They're gonna have Blade, and Beat to work with. Brad goes back into the Soldier 76 off of the Bastion. Pip's gonna go ahead and pull out the Dragon Blade. A couple of slices into that Soldier, and that heal station just will not be enough to fend off the Hyper Sharp Katana. Hanzo Steel, indeed. That's Hanzo Hattori. Where the character Hanzo is actually named after. It's an old tale, just like the name here from Extinction. Archelon will take map 1. Told y'all how deadly Kara could be. What a lights out performance they had first time around. We had him back on back in week 1. Lights out map here. We talked about that, you know, Archelon were flawless. Coming into today, so far have not dropped a map. And yet have still not dropped a map. So, Suravasa pick here from normal for map 2. See what they feel like banning. Okay, we're gonna target Pip and get rid of that Genji. I can see the vision. Look at some stats. What stands out in the stats there for map 1? Oh, who's, are we gonna swap sides? We are gonna swap sides. Pantera 27-1 in the Orisa. Does lead in damage, but Kara was close. Kara absolutely leading the DPS line, though, as anticipated. Just enormous work being put in from the Freya. Okay, so Bruber coming in the tank role. We have a Brad Torbjorn on the battlefield as we are getting into another brawl matchup here, but with the Ramatras instead of the Ariases. Hey, you know what? The durability and that extra gun works out. Ends up being a trade early in this fight, which is, you know what, more than normal could say for their opening fights for many of their fights. They're in Oasis. Bruber. Okay, Bruber gets the better end of the duel with Pantera. Is extraordinarily low. Dropped down, able to pick up some healing, moves back up and try to push in on the supports here from Archelon. Nemesis one popped in just in the nick of time. Crumb almost had that pick. Crumb ends up biting off more than they can chew. And Bruber will get another one. God, their health bar was so low. Bruber, I mean, talk about limit testing. Joe Sharam, thank you for the follow. I appreciate this. This is Go Normal. Good to see you here. Love to see the support. Karen Pip have a return. Pip has already melted through one with that microwave beam, but ends up going down. Pantera trying to demand some respect. Here's they walk in on the Doomfist. See what I did there? See what I did there? Intro song referenced, huh? Dallas band referenced. Bullet shot thrown in from the high ground. Brad's able to switch that buff after coming back on a Reaper. Just one fight on the Torb. It's all you needed. It's all you needed. It's enough to throw him off. Never saw the Reaper coming. Brewer gets two with the Annihilation. And Normal are putting up a hell of a fight here in this opening Flashpoint. Love to see it. I feel like they've already found more success in this one Flashpoint than they found in all of Oasis. You even forced a swap. Look at that. You forced a swap. Oh, I love that skin. I rock that skin too. The Soul Dynasty Orisa. It makes the horns gold. It's the only skin that makes the horns gold. It looks so good. Kitsune Rush tossed in here from Normal to try to hold on to this, but they got a Photon Barrier and a Rush in their face. They're able to almost disengage. Not quite. If Normal had been able to react a split second sooner, back away and disengage from the double ult investment, come back and fight on point, oh, that would have been a big brain move. They saw it, but they were a split second too late to execute. I mean, you saw half the team made it out. Just Tin and Brad don't quite make it out. Final fight for this opening point. I love the cautious approach here. Yeah, Brad being patient is able to sneak in and find a great angle on the pit before the sound barrier comes in. Puts a couple of warning shots down towards Pantera's direction. Loops back in. Shadow stuff to the high ground with the Death Blossom. Looking to perhaps drop in on Care. Will force them off of the objective. Now we get the flip. Normal in control of this point. But Brewers already used their most important cooldown. Pantera has to use theirs just to make it onto the objective. Both get cut down. Death Blossom finds Pip. Oh, and Care up on the high ground. Normal are going to steal a flashpoint away. The Brad with 4 kills in this fight. Maybe even 5. You count the very first one. Oh, yeah. Give us a little sharpening of the steel there, Brad. You earned it. You earned it. I love the Reaper mythic weapons. Look very good with the Cobra Commander skin. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Pantera with the one and only ultimate. Moving into Ruins. Uh-oh, and found a couple people cornered. That's not where you want to be during a Terra Surge. Kitsune Rush tossed in, and here comes the ultimate. That catches Indie Fans. Indie Fans able to escape up the newly redesigned stairwell. Oh, nice stick from Zaf, but it's still not going to be enough to keep Normal in this fight. Archelon will grab first cap. Literally just soap. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Well, there goes Brewer looking for some suffering. Some sort of chained devil. Right now, chained up to Pantera, follows him with the tendrils of death. And Brewer comes up with a handful. This is going to get the flip here for Normal. They'll dilate, but that won't matter much. We saw the taxi go back for the tank. As for me, I rock Appa Orisa. Oh, it's such a... I'm so jealous, Maddie. I'm so jealous. That's one of my favorite skins that I don't own. Normal able to get Brewer back into this fight. Zap is able to find first blood. Sneaks in on the outside to pick up Pip. And it's one of the most important kills they could have found. Taking the hit scan out early. Brad is able to use... Yes, I love it. Uses the double tap on the shotguns. I love that perk. Oh, Brad, I'm a fan. You are a gamer after my own heart. Love to say it. Show me another double tap. Boom. That's roll number 2, by the way. Double tap. I didn't realize it had its own... It shows you how good I am with the double tap. I didn't realize it had its own icon in the kill feed. 91% and counting on the board here. It's just a dead eye for Archelon to try to push back into this with. They will not. They are going to give it up and give up a 2-0 lead here on Suravasa. Oh, but a wonderful spawn for them. You see Pantera already in a position to hold down the road. A lot of ultimates available. We might get the Kitsune in. Yeah! Great kill from Pip. Great read. Zaf is able to follow it up. Normal are doing this thing, y'all. What a rip down from the Vortex. We're going to get a nice couple of exit picks here at the end. Brilliant play. Love the investment from 10. Very smart ult usage. Great positioning. And it was one where Archelon had their back to this point where they could have just backed up and fortified. Normal realized they caught them a little flat-footed and took full advantage to grab first control. Now watch out for the Brad. He's going to sneak in here with the Death Blossom. Drops right into the Kitsune Rush. That's going to be 4 on the board for Brad. Oh, what a move. Normal. Oh my goodness, you're making a fan out of me here today. This is just a joy to behold. Brad, you are crazy town. I love it. I love what I'm seeing. Care has been quiet as a church mouse. Is down immediately. Berber's Annihilation's gonna claim 2. This might just be too fast. The only flaw from that fight is Normal did it too quick. They're gonna give Archelon one more chance at this. Care now into a Venture. Pip goes into a Tracer. Solo's in scrambling. Berber kind of getting bullied around. Both cooldowns already invested here from Pantera, though. They do have a Terror Search to work with. They got to get on this point. Oh, they were a microsecond from C9ing. Still there, down 2 in the fight. Pantera is surrounded, and Normal are on track. They will take a map. The first team to do so away from Archelon in a 3-0 flawless Suravasa. What a display. Optimal! Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the Prime sub, you legend! Amazing, amazing. I really appreciate that, huge. It is just one map, Seth, but I talked about at the top of the stream how important it is for Normal. I mean, that's their goal. I mean, they can just get one map off of Archelon. I mean, that is a huge achievement. Now you start chipping away at more. Archelon's gonna take us to Circuit here for map number 3. Archelon, wow. I mean, could not find an answer. Care quiet. The Brad, the Reaper. My goodness. It's a sim ban here from Archelon headed into Circuit Royale. I've been seeing this pairing a lot lately. Look at some stats there from map 2. The Brad, 30 and 4. 7,400 damage on the Reaper. Let's go. What a huge achievement. The first map taken off of Archelon. It wasn't Shikigami Hikari. No. It wasn't Iliad Helios, the team who was played in Master Division last season. No. It's Normal. It's the team that was played in Advanced Division last season. That is the first team to take a map off of this Archelon squad. Love it. Absolute pure cinema. Let's go. All right. But now Archelon, you know, they're taking us to one of their choices. They've banned out the sim. It's going to be a Sigma ban here from Normal. So we have seen Sigma making a huge comeback recently on this map. We're going to try to stay into that Ramatra mirror. We are getting Brewer sticking into this series, as you can well imagine after that performance on Suravasa. Oh yeah, let me get your preds. Sorry. I mean, after that performance on Oasis, I don't think anybody saw that coming. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
We're gonna do... Okay, we have a Maywall Bastion. It works. You catch care. Oh, Soulson just barely able to get that lamp down in time. Otherwise, that grenade would have put them back into the counter, too. Ambush works. Brad heads back inside. Oh, I love this team. Links and Hype Energy. Thank you so much for the follows. Dude, Brad coming out with Bastions and Reapers and... How fun. How fun. I forgot about. I mean, we saw some of this in the grand finals as well, the advanced grand finals. This is another thing altogether, pulling against, you know, what is it? Several people's #1 ranked team in the power rankings here for our expert division. All right, Pip's just gonna force everybody back with the deflect. Imagine we'll cycle in. Yeah, you can see Pantera now jumping on. Have not seen Nemesis form come out. Oh, Bruber! Bruber moves inside. Ignores the head-to-head with Pantera and goes and hunts down Pip and Care instead. Just takes all of the arms off of this composition. That Matrix from Solo's in, temporarily devalued by a Maywall, but that Bastion's eventually run down with the Annihilation in play from Pantera, but it's clap back! You lose the Brad, you even lose Bruber, but Normal do not lose the team fight. But Carrier is still up here throwing some dangerous taking bolts here at Zindafan, the remaining squad. Yeah, that's gonna force them back on the corner. You gotta respect that. Fortunately, you do have both supports are still available for this defense. But just those few trades, you do have to back up here to this third corner. Ooh, Zaf! Able to stand tall. And with a little help from 10, we'll find that kill on to Kara. What a great pick. Now Zaf getting hyper aggressive. Look for the Blizzard to come out. Ooh, Crumb may take matters into their own hands. Gets at least one with the Sunspot. 10's gonna get taken down off of the back of that. Pip is in deep. Would like to get Zindafan here, see if they can continue to find some of these late important trades. You know, even though they may directly lose the team fight, every trade proved valuable here. Let's see, where is that going? Oh, right on top of Pantera. Brad took a little bit of AoE damage, nothing too bad there. Blade into the back, Blizzard in the front. Well, the Blade is gone. Unclear what the Blizzard got, but I see Pantera in Nemesis form still alive and kicking. No tank standing here for Normal. It looks like a lot of squishies. No Ramatra anywhere to be seen. Archelon will round the final corner. Brad throws down the assault configuration. Just gotta try to get some damage in. Ooh, hey, they buy enough time, force the team back. You know, you can't engage all three on cart with the bash and shit at you like that. It buys time for Bruber to get back onto this point. Now Bruber's getting popped their Annihilation. Goes try to hunt down the back line once again. Already found Pip. We have Pantera returning with their own ultimate. A very awkward Amp Matrix thrown over this objective. Lamp in the corner. 17 seconds on the clock. Pantera's Annihilation will run the full duration and will, by death of 1,000 cuts, whittle through this defense and find a 3K eventually. Not very often you see the Annihilation just run for like a full 15 seconds like that. That was... Also another soul skin there from Pantera. I do love the black and gold. Always looks good. River runs down Kara right out of the gate. Captain Sun's gonna pick up 2. I'm gonna right toss in for this defense, but Brad still will not survive. Brad was trying to ult, so they were just a sit and duck. Pantera finding kill onto the Baptiste is gonna make this a very short fight one way or another. Brober is continuing to pick up kills the other direction, but they do not have the sustain. Pantera is the last player standing versus Zaf on this point. Yeah, let's get a better camera. Little 1v1. The rare Overwatch 1v1. Zaf getting bullied. Recall forced. Here comes Crumb. We're gonna go take the fight in the stairwell. Would love to get this late stagger pick. Gets it. Care is gonna be the one to find it. Meanwhile, back up top, Pantera in a bit of trouble. Brad has wheels down, but the reinforcements show up just in the nick of time. Here comes the cavalry. And save the day here for Archelon. Fuck that tent in particular. Annihilation up from Pantera. Crumb goes jumping into the back, picks up a kill on to Brad, and Pip throws in the OC to ensure this cap. I don't think you needed the overclock, to be honest, but it'll get the job done.
Cooling down.
Ah! Fail the camera. I was trying to do that. Zap goes over to a Hanzo. That's a lot of damage being thrown around that corner. Between the Ant Matrix, and a Bastion, and a Hanzo. Oh my goodness, don't peek that. What are you doing? Pip, you are playing with fire. Flirting with disaster. Metaphor insert here. Oh, Brober. Oh man, that was just a magic trick. Made Brober disappear. Goobs it is. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I love the use of the wall. Pantera being very conservative with the cooldowns here. Very smart. And it's got the entire team pinned up. Annihilation tossed in here from Zidifan to try to get this defense out. Less than a minute to go. One fight, perhaps. Zaf and Brad find the goods. Let's give you some Zaf Widowpov. Where'd you find that at? Oh, I hear Crumb lurking. Or Care, I mean. Care gets popped. The attack is Dunsky. It's the AM Speed trying to get Pantera out of there, but Crumb can't risk stepping any closer. Or stepping into the sights of Zaf. Brad has wheels down. Annihilation thrown in for Pantera. There's only 27 seconds to go. Pantera very low on health. Jumps down, gets the Suzu out, pops the Annihilation, gives chase to the Bastion. Will force the Brad into the corner. Now trying to find Zaf as well. Oh, hunts down Zindifan. Even better. And this is going to be Pantera systematically removing this defense one player at a time. We will get the full cap right at the 5-second mark.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Pantera 23-1.
Ready for battle.
Now, to be fair, only 3.9 seconds left in the time bank. Not too shabby, considering, I mean, it felt like it took Archelon a lot more teamfight wins and kills than it should have to only end up with 3.9 seconds, right? All right, Pip's going to pull out an Ashe here. You don't get an Ashe very often. We do get the Yari Juno backline.
3, 2, 1.
Zaf will find Care immediately. That's a good start Talk about, I mean, getting most meterage per kill, like normal, have been so efficient with their team fights. And that is just going to be one kill. They're going to push on the corner, and Tin drops the Bastion over the top and catches Crumb, completely sleeping. Yari is down. Oh. And a quick opening pair of kills. I'm sorry, I did not. I got Zaf shot. I didn't get the pedal platform into the Brad ambush. Oh, Crumbs are one of my favorite skins in the game over there. The RC skin with the galactic weapon. Brad wheels down. And gets forced back to second corner here. Oh, I want that gun so bad. Next drive, we're getting it. Brad's already picked up one. Pip no longer in this fight. And we have to carry here to try to find a trade. There's just no cover, gonna keep getting forced back. This can give a lot of room for Zaf and Brad to work. Pantera pops the Nemesis. It means a timer has now been activated for how long they can hold in front of this cart. Pip is able to move in and force Zaf out of their sight lines. But the Tree of Life on point is just going to give Brad so much sustain. You can see as much damage as they're taking. They're right back on top in full. Able to pick up 2. Kills into the backline on the supports, both of them. And... whoa, an Annihilation popped late here. That will at least force the Orbital Ray have to be used from Normal to cap this point. But Normal should get this cap, assuming they can take care of Pantera. Bolo shot tossed in. Oh, the Bolo shot gets 2! No way! Care just bails them out! Oh, no! What a clutch Bolo shot! Pantera survives for absolute eternity on that point. And the Bolo shot catches Zaf and Zinifan just bunched up and holding hands. Don't. Sights are up, so which is why Crumb had to be particularly careful there. Ooh, Brad is able to pick up a kill on the Pip. Pip, I think, was trying to follow up on that orbital, excuse me, on that Captain Sun. Brad will cover their own butt with their artillery strike as Berber finding too early in the fight, and this will be the cap with almost exactly a minute remaining. Even a late pick on a Pip from Zaf there. That was nice. We get Zenyatta out of Crumb, Hanzo out of Care. We actually got the Shimada brothers. Not very often you see both brothers. When they're both going to try to converge on a Brad, and Tin yanks Brad out of harm's way there. Great pull. He's going to send Brad up to the top of the pedal platform, but Care had a volley of storm arrows pointed right at him. Remember that buff on the Hanzo with an increased projectile size, much easier to hit now. Pip tried to go help anchor onto the car, but does get popped. Zaf still playing with some sights now in play. Annihilation from Pantera trying to hold the line. Berber just gets yanked out. See if they can just waste the Annihilation, but Pantera's able to close the gap. Eventually, Pantera, though, oversteps, trying to keep the Annihilation running. Does pop the Nemesis form and able to get back up to the top of the hill. But Brad has been able to work their way in to find solos in. Pip trying to bring it back with a Transcendence Blade. But there's an Orbital in play and still not enough to keep Berber alive. And with just Zaf here, I think this attack is going to fizzle out. Try to hit him as they come through that room. Separate the Brad. Oh, yeah. Great separation. The pool will get Berber out of a certain death scenario in that stairwell. All right, Zaf's had enough of the Widowmaker. I'm going into the treasure. Trying to move it and see if they can get on top of the Zenyatta, I think would be your primary target. Berber is face-to-face with Pantera here at the moment. Berber backing up. Brad, ooh, wheels down. Took the pedal platform up top. Trying to find one of those vulnerable supports. Pantera with another annihilation. Actually takes out Berber immediately. God, look at all the assists on that. Zaf able to trade one. I'm not sure it's going to matter. Because I think Kara's going to get back into this fight pretty quick. We'll see. Actually, now that I'm seeing the 5 blue outlines compared to Kara's up there at the top of your screen, we do have a 5-4 advantage, and that's going to get leverage. Yeah, Pip goes down before. Oh, and the jump up from Brad. Brad does the leap off the pedal platform to find Crumb. Uses that additional bit of propulsion, momentum. And Zaf makes good on that pick onto Kara. I wasn't sure it was going to be a difference maker, but Zaf is able to get a pick onto Pip. Keep normal in this map 3. Zenifan close to a orbital ray. It's getting tossed in right here as the Transcendence is going to fade from Crumb. Kara goes down. Berber with an annihilation and normal. We'll put 2 points on the board and extend this clock by 90 seconds. It'll cost you everything that you had. And you're running into an overclock on the other side. I mean, yeah, but you got overclock as well as Pantera's ultimate coming up online. Which I will say, that is the first time I think we've seen Berber as Berber is good. Well, as Berber as good has been. As good as Berber has been in the Ramatra. I think it's Pantera has been beating them to the ultimates. But Berber gets a wicked fast annihilation there to ensure that cap. Now, here comes that OC we were talking about. Pip gets shut down. The overclock could have been such a powerful opener, but it is in fact normal who have the 5v4 as we get into the fight at the pool. Now the disengage from the annihilation, trying to force Pantera out of position once again. Brad throws down the wheels, throws up the Gatling gun. Not able to whittle through the armor of that Ramatra though. Pantera dancing back and forth from that high ground. Did have Zaf moving forward alongside Berber to help claim some space on this corner. What a pick, though. Solo's in. Ooh, goes in too deep to find it. Let's just go back to Solo's in, and they were up on that high ground. Kier getting topped up. Ah, Crumb can't keep you alive. RC watching their friends fall around them. There's the touch. Do we get an additional extra innings? Orbital Ray thrown on top of Pantera to help them win the duel over Berber. Tree of Life there to help back up Normal's tank. Berber with the Nemesis form trying to batter it down. Where's the annihilation? Looks like there's a battle going up on top while all this is happening. Pit moving in to try to take care of the Brad. Meanwhile, Tree fell? Okay, Tree has been felled. Pip is able to win the battle up top, keep that Bastion, that important source of damage from off of that precious high ground. This fight's gonna have to be one down low. Oh, it's not gonna happen here for Normal. With the Brad out of the fight, they just don't have the punching power to get it done. Zindafan's ultimate is late. And Archelon hold on here on circuit. Vasi, thank you so much for the huge raid. I appreciate you. I mean, you gotta admit, when we're getting a Pantera play of the game here. And that was early in the map. I mean, you gotta admit that Normal was making them fight really hard for that dub. On their own map pick, where they had first ban, they're able to kind of, piece together exactly what they want to do there for that map 3. And still, Normal take them the distance and almost take away the second map of the season from this Archelon squad, but alas, it is not to be. We'll be a Runasapi pick and a Freya ban from Normal to see if they can make it happen here in map 4. Let's go look at some stats there from that third map. We're very close. I mean, overall, Well, God, I was going to say overall fewer deaths for normal, except for Pantera. Almost drops the 30K on that. Almost drops the 30K. All right, that's Pantera. Wow. You got to, I mean, as how close as this was, it felt like it goes down to final fight. And just how close that map was. If Pantera's not 40-3 with nearly 30K damage, there's no way Archelon win that map. An exceptional performance from normal. And I think they are validating not only where I've put them, that they belong in, you know, in the 11th place slot that I put them on the power rankings, which I felt, you know, was very proud of them for and felt was pretty high for an advanced team. Man, maybe they move up even more. We'll see. We'll see how map 4 goes. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still got more of this left of this series.
Ready for battle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Much love, Vivacity. Thank you all so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. I hope you all had a great stream. I hope your team's doing well tonight, or you know, whatever team was playing tonight. I hope they went in your favor. Okay, Brad returning on the Reaper, which they found a lot of success there in that second map on Suravasa. Gruber, as you can well imagine, staying in to play the Rhine, has done very, very good against one of the strongest tanks in the division. I mean, just for Gruber to hold, so like I said, it's, you know, beating Pantera into annihilations on a couple of these team fights there, that previous map. Has done an outstanding job here. Brad already with a pair of kills on the Reaper is going to shadow step in and help finish off Care. We'll get normal winning out this first fight. I love this from Pantera. Pantera kind of forcing a decision here, but a stagger, a late stagger could be bad. Yeah, that's the right decision, I think, out of normal here. They waited just the right amount of time. Here comes Pantera's squad, trying to see if they can get the tank out of here. Oh, Pantera got booped. The immortality field, then the lamp just saved the tank. Zinnifan's able to find solo Zin, who has to overextend to try to save the Ramatra. And Pantera's not getting out of that corner. Pip is able to trade out one here on the point, finding Brad. 10 is low. Things are a little wild. But Berber, with being the only tank left, is able to freely run around and hunt down squishies. Lands a nice vortex on the Pip. And this will be the cart pushing up. An interesting fight actually denies what could have been, you know, a 2-minute cap here. Because of Pantera's odd choice in positioning, actually we'll sneak a third fight out of this before they get a cap. Maybe? Oh, they're not going to get the cap. Oh, they're just going to let this go? Ooh, that feels a little awkward. I mean, I know it's dangerous to step out there, but now Pantera chooses to try to chase this down. 10 invest the Kitsune Rush. In a duel with Care, the back wins it out. What a shot from 10, and Bruber finds the support line with an annihilation. Dude, normal are marching. One foot in front of the other. Now, I don't know if they'll be able... Okay, Zinifan gets the Brad back into this. They are 5 strong. Yeah, they are 5 strong. Right on top of the OC. Oh, the Suzu and the jump have to be used to get out. Honestly, could be a worthwhile trade. But with the sound barrier in play, now Pip is going to respond. See if they can put a stop to this push. It costs 4 ultimates. I guess just 3. The Kitsune Rush was the previous fight. It costs 3 ultimates for Archelon to win that one out. I guess, to be fair, you had 3 invested from normal during that fight as well. You trade the kill on the Genji for yourself if you're a Berber. And then you leave Pantera here to take over. The cowboy from hell. Well, now going to face the Reaper. Oh, Reaper 1. Brad tried to go hide in Cafe Bull Skunk. No escape. That was another Pantera the Band reference there for you. Great band. Opening pick here on to Care. Always an important player to get out of the fight. Care always dangerous each and every team fight. And you can see just the value. I mean, we get a disengage and a rotation here out of Archelon. This is going to grant close spawns to normal. Let's see, is there a split? Yeah, there is a split. Sydney Fan has to loop all the way around. Zaf ends up just kind of out on an island by themselves in the middle of the open. Hey, you do end up trading flex DPS though. Considering Rush to try to help Pantera win as they are just in deep here in the face of Brober. They pop the Annihilation. They're able to use that Kitsune Rush and their own ultimate. Find themselves a whole host of kills. Which they desperately needed. It's 87-5 currently favoring normal. Yeah, it would surprise me to see Brad pull the Death Blossom on that. That kill on the Pantera is that important. Even though, I mean, they don't end up needing the ultimate. You can see the respect given to Care. Brad doesn't dare step out. As soon as they saw, I mean, they took the nose hairs off from underneath them. They can smell the burnt eyebrows. Brewer pops the Annihilation to finish off that most dangerous target. Pip actually squeaks out a couple of meters here. Yeah, that's a cheeky little, like, 15 meters from Pip. All right. The Brad really does have so much aura. It's hard to deny that. Fast shooting shotguns. Here comes the OC from Care. Ooh, I love how Brad goes up into the window. You expect a full disengage. They don't expect this Death Blossom at all, but you have to wait out the sound barrier. Hasn't given up too much room. Brad just gonna take the bot. Oh, two players, Zaf and Tid, are gonna group up with Brad in the backline. Death Blossom to try to fend off the blade does not work. Pip is able to chop right through the Reaper and their ultimate. Things are getting interesting here as we approach the final 3 minutes of Runasapi. No, Pantera. Pantera just gets wholly punished. An unusual mistake from the elite tank. 4v3, Kitsune Rush in play. And they're not able to claw their way back in this one. 10 once again puts up an important kill, finding solos in. And that could be, I mean, a very late kill on the Crom. Each second so important here with only 2:30 to go. Pip trying to chase down the greedy Shadow Step from Brad. Brad kind of pushed the bot those few extra meters. It is able to get out, but it's still a little low on health. Still hasn't topped up, so still hasn't really caught up from that maneuver. Once again, having to use both cooldowns. Oh, has the double tap. Oh, consider that rush. Brad has eyes on Pantera, but can't stick their nose out there too far. You still have Care to worry about sitting across the lane. Firing into this rush. So far, nobody able to get any kills. In fact, it is Brober is the one that has gone down. Sound barrier thrown in late. What a shot there from Care. We had the matching sound barrier out of Crom, resulting in a very clean fight win. And I think it's the only time we've said that here about Archelon on Runasapi. Care with this coast side position. Okay, they caught sight of the entire team working towards the inside lane. Care jumps up close. A couple of headshots, but good heals from the opposite side. Brad moves in, cleans off the coast. Trying to get back in behind. Solo's in. Good Death Blossom directly on top of him. Will find the Kiriko. Got Care down to low health, but cannot confirm the kill. Care's still sitting on about 50 health as the blade is pulled. Pantera is able to put up 2, make it 3 in the kill feed. The bot has been stolen. So, actually, that thievery might just force another team fight here before Archelon are able to get this checkpoint. Oh, Berber thought about going for the touch, actually regrets it immediately. Gets the concerted rush out. I don't know. Drop down, got the rush out, disengage safely. A really smart move out of Berber. Works out. I don't know if that was the intention. It worked out. Now we're going to get the return, the counter punch. This enormous concerted rush is going to get thrown right on top of the point, and it's right where Pantera has to stay. Means Brad with double damage just throwing shotgun blast in. Actually fades away from the tank to go help out the back line. That's going to be a +2 here for normal on this point. Pantera, one of the only ones left. Crumb will be taken down. Sound barrier, throw it in. And normal, force a map 5. Take a second map of Archelon here today. Pure cinema. All right, there we go. It's a Busan pick. There from Archelon. We got a Reaper ban in here from Archelon. They actually just going for the Reaper ban. Like, no, we cannot have that Reaper. We cannot have that Reaper. Amazing. Here, let's get some stats there from map 4. Yeah, G Fighter is correct. The Reaper ban is in fact incoming. You were correct in that. Very close map. Very, very close map. Pantera is still leading in overall damage. Most elims does go to Bruber. Fewest deaths actually to Zindafan in the Lucio. Woo! All right, map 5 banger. Map 5 banger. Wait, why is this going to 5? I know, right, Kiriko? Normal will have the first team to not only take 1, but take 2 maps off of Archelon here tonight. They've looked real good. They've looked real good. Looked very good in the Ramatra comps. And I don't think this is Archelon moving down in the power rankings. This is normal moving up. This is normal punching up. But hey, job's not done. Job's not done. It's gonna be a Curie ban coming out from normal. Let's get it to map 5. Oh, normal getting real weird. Normal getting real weird. Now the question is, does Archelon have the answer? Now these are some experienced players. I think they're going to have the answer for this. You'll stay tight and kind of keep their flanks clean. Yeah, Solo's in, able to put enough pressure on the Berber. And you're getting a lot of pressure out of the back line. Oh, 10 does get a trade. But first cap will go to Archelon here on Busan. Nice. And Helix Rockets confirm a kill on the Chrome. Oh, and Brad follows up on a solo Zen and gets care. What a little three-piece out of Brad. Brad continues to just be molten hot in this series. Oh, and then be a thorn in the side of Extinction Archelon. Trying to cause the extinction of the Archelons. All right, Pantera's gonna go into an Orisa here. We were playing out towards Mega side. It looked like it just. Oh, okay. Ooh, that was a very low care, but a great Matrix in play. Ends up being traded. Crumb goes down, but with that take aim bolt landing, yeah, Brad ate two of those bad boys. We're gonna get a flip here. 10 running for their life. All right, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Sydney trying to back away with Brad here. They're gonna rotate back around towards main. Meanwhile, Berber throwing some mines out. Very deep in on the opposite side. This whole team is just so scattered. All right, Brewer regrouping. The mines were thrown around the point. Pantera is just standing around by themselves, hoping somebody will come play with them. Meanwhile, Kara finds themselves into the minefield. All right, how about attack visor from Brad? There gives us something to watch. Oh, but there's this, that pretty much just devalued that in its entirety. Attack visor, I mean, talk about just shooting Nerf bullets. Oh! Clean two-piece. They're out of pip. 75% on the board here for Archelon. Kind of starting to find the rhythm. Brewer gets that kill. Are they going to survive? They survived the virus. I think got the health pack boost and got that many in there. Otherwise, you don't survive that virus. That's gonna be a sound barrier out of normal. Trying to take this thing. Bolo shot combined with the Terra Surge. That's a beautiful little wombo combo. Cairn Pantera. Like peanut butter and jelly will take Sanctuary. We're here to start things off. Summer once again here out of pip just gets immediately put down. Zaf had that left side swing. He had sightlines on the entirety. All 5 players there from Archelon was able to just kind of sit, pick and choose who they wanted to pop. Sorry, that opening camera angle was a little experimental. It did not. I should have got a little quicker with it. It would have been cool. But hey, we still got to see that swing there from Zaf and that first kill. That's going to get them first control. Oh, that is a very dead pip. Yeah, that's a very dead pip. Pantera on a manga has not really found much success thus far. Lost solo Zen here on this point. We'll eventually just get muscle right back out. 20% and counting on the board here for normal. And Zendi going back for a taxi. Let's see, you still have a Sombra dancing around. Pip is going to go hide up on that. That was a cool little hiding spot there from Pip. A great wall. Pantera has to overrun backwards. I mean, that's just not what you want to see. Pip is able to land a beautiful translocator to get out of there, to be honest. But that's about as best as we've seen so far. And Matrix up and Pantera's already down. Not enough time for the double healing to come through. Pip has returned and managed to pick up a kill onto the Brad. 4v4, but a big advantage there with no tank. Here, it's a normal. Big advantage to normal because Archelon has no tank. You get what I was trying to say. Not my most eloquent sentence. What can I say? Sound Barrier invested. Ant Matrix also thrown in, and Pantera finds themselves cornered and surrounded. Care suffers a similar fate. Pip trying. Oh, good wall! Blocks the escape! Oh, what a wall out of Brad! Pip got greedy and was trying to get that virus in to get the rest of the EMP built up, and it gave away their position, and Brad was ready for ya. What is this skin, too? I love this skin. Oh, it's just hunting down Pip. Blizzard thrown on to Pantera? Yeah, you bet. Yeah, no reason not to. That will just be the tank gone. You got the 3 squishies are on the objectives. We've gotten the overtime initiated. But EMP in. Pip is able to find 1 with that. It looks like 10 and everybody are standing tall. 10 and the rest of normal are able to survive through the EMP with this annihilation. Send us on over here to a 3rd and final round as they clean up 100-0 on Mecha Base. A Kara Terra Surge? I love that word! A Kara Terra Surge. Amazing. Hey, if you thought that normal were just gonna roll over and die after losing Sanctuary, yeah, that's they got other plans, friends. I got something to tell you. I got some cold hard facts for you. We're headed to the bit. One last showdown on the bet to see who takes the series. Can normal get the biggest upset of the season so far? Brad coming out on the May once again. This might be the biggest upset of the season of either region, of either any division. Already a lot of early damage. Pantera's frozen. Pantera in trouble. Ultimate has to, excuse me, Immortality has to be used early. Pip finds themselves in a 1v2, low on health. Kara is as dangerous as ever. Been able to trade back a pair of kills, including one onto Brober. So this is actually still anybody's game. 3v3 left on the point, and normal will grab first cap. Nice little ambush from Crum to go find 10 in the back line. This should give Archelon more staying power. And as this fight draws out, they'll be able to sustain a little bit longer, theoretically, with that extra, with their supports in this fight. You know, with that said, though, Zaf able to still find Pip, even with no Baptiste. That's a nice little shot. Zindi low. Pantera finds the kill. Oh, what a beautiful follow-up. A broken bola shot. And they're from, well, a bola shot into a broken fight. Tilts the balance there. God, I mean, it was hard fought, and it took Archelon, I mean, a couple of you know, really good shots. Kara to kind of invest the ult and clutch that out, and they still won by the skin of their teeth. Cinefan does get annihilated there. Woo! Pip! That was gross! The triple headshot from across the map? What was that? Do I have the option to show you stats? I mean, I can show you that. Is that what you want to see? Is that what you want to see? I know, I don't tend to pull up the stats during the map. I think it's mostly just because, you know, I'm not used to being able to do that after 9 years. Watch for Pip to drop in, trying to pull their own Brad ambush. Brad is wise to your ways, but still gets taken down. Solos in, catches them out in the open there with that amplification matrix. 52% on the board with the Deadeye, not finding much. Brad's Blizzard really was the crutch of that fight. Normal try to make the best of what they had, losing Brad early. It's going to be a late stagger on to Brober. Zaf with the Widowmaker. One last chance here in this map 5. Yep, I think they know somebody's up there. Good read. Coast side rotation here from the other 4. Blizzard thrown directly on top of Pantera. Pantera is just gonna try to escape it. Does not escape it, but the Immortality Field comes in. Pantera pops the Annihilation. They're able to live for just a little bit longer while Pip pulls out the blade. Ends up going the other way. Berber's Annihilation on a nice edge. Pantera wins out the duel, but Zaf is able to find 1 kill here with the Widowmaker. Kara is able to strike back low on health. The primary fire can't quite lock down the kill, and Kara turns around and gets the shots down. Kara stays frosty with ice in the veins. Berber shows up to try to stall. Pig takes them down with a kill from the Wrecking Ball, and Zindifan is bullying the Bap in the corner. Solos then jumps up top, low on health, is able to pop the Regenerative Blast. Zindifan has to give up on that duel to move back onto the point, but can't keep it going. GG's in the chat. Archelon. Woo, hang on, just barely. Oh my goodness. What a series. Kara's gonna pull through. You don't know how right you are. You don't know how right you are. Kara clutches it there at the very end. Ooh, what a match. Get the Brad on SSG. Oh my goodness. GG's. GG's. Okay. Archelon, hang on. They protect their perfect record, but not their perfect map score. Pantera's got to be player of the match. Like, I mean, Kara clutches there at the end, but Pantera's got to be player of the match. I mean, Kara's most damage in the lobby there. Out damages the Ramatras. They're on map 5. Kara's your player of map 5. Kara is your player of map 5. But, I mean, Pantera, like, dropping the 40 bomb in map 3 to barely win Circuit Royale. Like, this to me was kind of the turning point. Like, they barely won that. And Pantera's outstanding performance here on map 3 is the only reason Archelon win this map. And if they don't, they lose this series 3-1. Well, I mean, you know, then Normal doesn't get the map pick, but then Normal gets a map pick here on map 5. So theoretically, still, I mean, theoretically, they still lose this. Still lose this if it's not for Pantera. So I've got to give Pantera player of the match here. I've got to give Pantera player of the match.